Okay, greetings. Greetings from Carroll, Ohio, the kitchen. And the back room, the parlor, we call it. Doing this on the little keyboard here. Here's Greg's hands with wedding ring. How about that? Uh, and we're going to call this I Wish That I Knew What I Know Now When I Was Younger. So I'm going to try to give you a couple tips of things that I wish that I knew. We moved into a house when I was 4, and Wendy and Steve were 2 and 6, and our address was 246. So I started then, and got to teach be taught by a blind guy, Bob Allen, a really beautiful soul. And so he taught me some inside things. I'm going to pass them on to you. And the song is called Ooh La La, that actually has that. I wish that I knew what I know now. So that's a song you're going to be able to play. How about that? I'm going to try to keep these short, so let me get right into it. So the main thing that we'll start with, this is A, B, C, D. So this is just as basic as we can get. The main thing to know, and we're all set to go here, is that all of these keys are really only 12 keys. So I'm going to start here, which is actually where it begins. And this is called C. In the middle of a piano, the middle note is called middle C. Now, the reason that you know, these are the only notes that matter. Because when you get to here, it repeats. And you can tell it repeats just by the shape with these black notes. There's our sink gurgling. Our plumber needs to come out. He might gurgle again, just letting you know. And so that's how you can tell that this is the same note, which is the same note of this, and it just goes up and up. So here's the same note. You can tell because they're next to here. And they sound like the same. This one's higher. When it's higher, it's called an octave. And then you can go even higher. You can't see it, but that's another octave. This note is 1 octave, 2 octaves when it's the same note. So that's how it looks. And then you just repeat it. And then you get out here and you repeat it. And when you go down here and you go down, you repeat that and you just keep going down. So this is all that matters. 12 notes. Okay? The only other thing, let me get zoomed in here now that I'm set and ready. Okay. Incredible technology on building the set. So get ready. Okay. So there's no way around it. You're going to have to know the names of the notes. There's 12 of them from here down to here. Okay? It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's 8 notes. And then these black notes have special names. So we're going to start where it's the easiest to see. It's all white notes, and that's C, the key of C. There's going to be 12 different keys. You'll play in 9 or 10 of them, as long as you can play the chords of each of them. So this is all that matters. Okay, so this is A, B, C. So this is where we would start because it's easy to see. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And it's just like the song in The Sound of Music. Do, a deer, a female deer, way up and going sun, here, man. You just go right it up. Okay? So that's how you can practice that. There's no way around not knowing the names of the notes. So I'll give you that first because I hated to have to learn them, but now I did. And again, it's a little confusing because we're starting on C. And A is really back here, but C is the first key because it's going to all be white notes. So that's pretty exciting. What are the names of these black notes? It's really easy. If you go up, look at this production. If you go up with a note, that's +1. This is a half a note. Again, I'm looking at the monitor, so I apologize that I look like I'm blind, because I think I am. If you go up, it's called a sharp, and that's what the signal looks like, the symbol. If you go down, it's called a flat, and it looks like kind of a little B, but it's shaped like that. So real quick, this note is this is C and this is D. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it repeats A, B, C, D, E. So this A is the same as this A. Okay, so what's this note? This note is either C sharp, because it's higher, or it's also called, this is D, D flat. So that's how you name these black notes. They actually have two names. This note would be D, this is D, sharp, or this is E, A, B, C, D, E, just a half a note, E flat. So this note is D sharp or E flat. It's the same note. And that's kind of how it works out. One other quick thing is, when they show sheet music and things like that, you're going to have to sort of know how to read some of the notes. I'll make it real easy for you. It doesn't really matter. But the key that we're going to try to do in all of this is have you be able to play and play nothing. So you can play songs, you can learn songs, but I spent most of my time just playing, chords and nothing. So songs are built around a chord, and then somebody has a melody on the top, and that's how you make chords. That's how you make songs. So somebody sings what the melody is. That's the main part, and then below that you have chords, and they can be different sounding chords. And that's how you write music. You put the chords in an order, and you write a melody that da-da-da, whatever you feel like, and you put them together, and hopefully it's a good song. Okay, so on chords, the way to make any chord, we'll just start here on C. We'll be in the actual B chapter. We're coming to a close here closely on the A section. I'm doing it kind of like AC/DC, like that shirt that we've all seen, but it's ABCD with kids thing. It's kind of funny. Okay, so here's what we're going to head into with B, is how to make a chord. And a chord can be really 3 notes, usually, because once you do that, you hit the same note. So to make a major chords sound like this. They have pretty sounds, and that's called major. The only other chord is, there's 2 others, you'll never use them. The other one you'll use is minor, and minor has a darker sound. So you'll be able to tell the difference. This is major, so it's kind of a nice, normal sound. A minor chord has a darker sound. And the best songs of all use major chords, and minor chords all together, which is great. So we're going to end this chapter with how do you do this. So we can go to any of these 12 notes. Here's the 12 notes from C to C. And we can pick chords out. Now I'm going to go into this because I saw the Paul McCartney, Rick Rubin, I think it's called ABC, but he talks at the beginning about how he learned the piano and how that there were chords. So C was the first chord he learned. And you skip a note, play this one, skip another one, it looks like that. And then he realized that if he just moves it to this side, he gets another chord, a little different sounding. That's actually a minor chord. Move them all, one more. That's also a minor chord. There's a major chord. Another major chord. a minor chord, we're just going up all the way. And how do we do this? How do we know this is a major chord? Because it's 4 plus 3. This is C. How do I make C major? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's C major. How do I make D major? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's got a black one in it. 1, 2, 3. And it'll sound like that. So that's a major. When you make a minor chord, we'll go back to C because it's easy to see. How do I make C minor? It's the reverse. Instead of 4 and 3, it's 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it kind of has a diamond shape. So you'll notice that some chords are all white. Some chords look like kind of, I call these like a diamond. And if I count this out, no matter where I start, if I count here, 4 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's a major chord. What's it called? It's this note. This note is E, A, B, C, D, E. This is E major. I want E minor. Well, it's the reverse. It's 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's one of the new ones that we just learned. Just bouncing around up here. Okay? One last thing. You can take this chord and play it 2 other ways. You can move this guy up to here. It's the same note. So just move him. These guys stay. And now he looks like that. And let's move this guy. So here's where we are. He's right here. Let's move him up. Leave these guys here. And then we'll take this guy. Here's the last one. And he's right here. To keep him here. And look at that. We're right back to where we were. And that's kind of how big orchestra songs end. They go dun, 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 dun. Okay. Some chords are all white notes. C is all white. F is all white. This is F. A, B, C, D, E, F. Right next to it is G. G is all white notes. Some minor keys are all white notes. This is D minor. It's all white notes. Right next door, E minor. A, B, C, D, E. And A minor is all white notes. So right here, just these, just that, and then you would keep going, and now you're back to the beginning. You're repeating. We just start repeating. It's the same shape heading out. So we're going to use a lot of these chords, C, F, and G, because we can see them, and they're all white notes. We're also going to use these chords. This is right next to it, D minor. This would be D major. It's a diamond. We're going to use D minor, E minor, all white notes, and A minor, all white notes. So right here, between here and here, we're going to practice these. It's easy to see. We're starting with that. And the same thing happens where you start anywhere. We can start on a black note. We want this note. This is F sharp or G flat. Let's make it a major chord. So it's 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's all black notes. If we wanted to make this a minor chord, it's the opposite. 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it has a minor sound. Who was the major? Okay, so that's how it happens. So when you play C, you can really play it like this. And you can really play it like this too. But this is the main one. So there's 2 other ways. And you can do this with any chord. Here's F. We'll move him up here. We'll move him up here. Okay, that's enough for now. We're at 15 minutes. I love you. We'll come back with B. And you're, of course, getting grade and a grade card at the end of this. So be a good student. All right, love you. On to B.